to the next slide. Now we will understand a little more in details about the xylem. Okay, now xylem and phloem. Okay, just tell me how many of you have done or rather have gone to a biology lab in your school, have seen a microscope, have actually done a cross section of a stem or a leaf and has seen it under the microscope. Has anybody done it? Karthik, can you hear me now? Okay, Karthik, you have done it? Okay, Karthik, you can hear now. Okay. 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 All right. Not an issue. Okay. None of you have, most of you have not been to a lab, and most of you have not been to a lab, did an experiment. Okay. Not an issue. First, yes, Pushpal, good that you have seen a microscope, but not a cross section. So what does a cross section mean? I need to explain that first to you.
I know, but even though I didn't go to a biology lab, I know what is longitudinal section and the transverse section.
Good, very good. That's excellent. That's excellent. Okay. Now what we'll do is that what is a cross section of a stem? First and foremost, you just take a stem which you can cut, a very thin stem actually. Maybe the stem of a very small tiny plant you take, and what you do is that cut the stem into, first of all, tear off the stem, and then maybe you're not supposed to do this on your own because, this involves, very sharp blades or sharp scalpels. So that's the reason why you've not been allowed to go to the science lab. So always, either the teachers or the parents will do this. You will not be able to do this because you don't have a microscope at home. So wait till the schools reopen and you will be able to do it in your school. So what they do is that they take out thin slices from the stem, just like when you take a banana and take slices of that banana, but those banana slices are very thick. In case of the stem, they have to be so thin. They have to be so thin that yeah, Karthik, like cake, but it is a cross-sectional. Like if you consider the banana as a stem and then you take circles out of it, circle slices if you take, that is a cross-section. Okay, that is a cross-section of it where you will have these circular type structures coming out. Many such circular things will come out. These are known as cross-sections of a stem, right? So what will you find now? You will take that cross section, that very, very tiny, thin, sensitive thing into a slide. What is a slide? A slide is a rectangular glass object, right? There on that you will put this cross section of the stem and then cover it with, add a little drop of water or glycerin, and then cover it with a small tiny glass known as a cover slip. Okay, after you cover it with a cover slip, then you will put it under the microscope. Once you put it under the microscope, you will see exactly this. You will see a pith. These white structures are known as the xylem, and this is the phloem. Now, one thing I forgot to tell you is that if you just take it under the microscope as is, it will not be colorful. It will be all white in color, right? So you will not be able to understand. So what is done in a science lab, a little bit of dye, a little bit of color is added. In this case, it was a purple color that was added, a purple dye was added.
Ma'am?
Yes, Unmana, tell me.
Ma'am, what is the blue colored portion called after the phloem?
As of now, we'll be discussing only these three, Unmana. If we discuss the other things, that will be a little more detailed and not relevant to today's study.
What
Yes,
blue color is Unmana talking about?
She was asking that what is this portion called? Am I right, Unmana?
I think that's a cambium, right?
These are all cells. These most of the cells are in, most of the stem cells are in that order. But when we are discussing about nutrition in plants, let's just stick to xylem. We will only stick to xylem. We will discuss about phloem, pith in the upcoming classes when we need to discuss them. All right. Okay. So what I was saying is that you need to add a little bit of dye. In this case, it was a purple colored dye that was added. So what happens in case you take a purple colored dye, cells which are very densely arranged, that will give a dark hue. Cells that are a little loosely arranged, or they will have a lighter hue. That will give you a better understanding of these different kinds of cells, because these are all different kinds of cells. They are arranged differently, their properties are different, their work is different. So their absorption capacity is also different. That's the reason why the tinges are different. Some are light, some are darkly shaded, right? But this is exactly how you will find a stem cross section. And what is this? This is a longitudinal section. In this case also, you will cut the stem longitudinally. Correct? You will cut the stem maybe horizontally. After you cut it horizontally, you will actually see the red color thing that they are showing here is a tube, which is actually the xylem. And next to that is another thinner tube, which is the phloem. We'll concentrate on xylem only, right? This is how, in case of a stem, this is arranged like this. This is a very crude example that they have given just for understanding sake. Okay. Now, this is a beautiful, activity which we can conduct, which we will not be able to do it at home, but people can do it in nurseries to prove that transport of material actually happens through xylem. Okay, who wants to volunteer? Somebody who has not spoken much. Syed Nasuruddin, do you want to give another attempt? Do you know this activity? If yes, then you can take this up. Syed? Siddhita? Okay, let me go ahead. Let me take this up. Here, what we are discussing is, take two plants, or maybe just take one plant, right? In this plant, what you will do is that you just cut off the outer portion of the stem, not the inner portion. Just cut off the outer portion of the stem in a circle and leave the inner core of the stem as is and put it in water. I will give you two versions of this. This is something which can be done at home. So leave it in water. After a few days, a week, what will you observe? You will observe that the upper portion of the stem has got a little swollen, right? Though nothing much has changed, but the upper portion of the stem has got a little swollen. Why has it got swollen? This is known as the girdling or the ringing experiment, because you have cut the stem just like a ring with keeping the xylem intact. You don't know, you can't see xylem with your naked eyes. So you have only kept the central portion intact. Apart from that, side se pura nikal diya. Okay. What people normally do in the nurseries also, in grown-up plants, in big plants, which have woody barks, what they do is that they remove the bark. The barks are basically dead cells, right? Which are hard dead cells. Bark actually is phloem, which is actually removed. And then you just keep it intact like this after taking out the circle. Just leave it like this for maybe a few weeks or a month. Come back to the plant. You will find that the upper portion of this area has become swollen. Why has this become swollen? This girdling or the ringing experiment proves that xylem has actually taken the, transported water, food, nutrients, everything upwards. But here things have got a little, accumulated. That's the reason why this place has got a little swollen, because, in this experiment, the swollen part has been shown. Because here, though xylem was doing its role, but phloem could not do its role. That's the reason why this portion has got swollen. Correct? The translocation of food could not take place That's the reason why it has got all accumulated and has got swollen. Correct? So this is how you can demonstrate the transport of food material in plant.